Hello, I'm Courtney Freeman. This is Conscious Cannabiz. We're highlighting thought leaders in the cannabis industry and talking about conscious business practices. I'm here with Toni Forge of Four Leaf Consulting. She is an attorney.
Are you sure that this is a good partner for you? That's what I'm not seeing, a partnership. I'm seeing that people are using people of color in order to get these licenses and then not partnering with them or giving them money that they're just due.
I feel like, if I may just share a memory with you, I was at a holiday party, this was a few years ago, and the social equity program was kind of just starting to come into play. And all the attorneys at this event, and it was an attorney event.
Of course it was.
All the attorneys at this event were just buzzing.
Right.
Buzzing, so excited about the opportunities. And I thought to myself, wow, and I'd already, invested some time researching social equity in the program, what it looked like, what the application process was, the fact that you have to notify all of your neighbors that you're a cannabis business. There were just a few things in there that were just really remarkable. And difficult, to process in the first place. But then, it becomes about the money. How do we get the licensing, right? What's the optimal way to get the most licenses possible? And then what are we going to do to capitalize on those licenses? But the purpose of the program has good intentions.
Right.
It's to provide, an opportunity for us to overcome the challenges that we face to this point that due to injustice,
Absolutely.
And how do we look at the future and create new solutions? So maybe is there one thing you could tell us that you think could be solution oriented in terms of how we can approach this next year with social equity, especially in Los Angeles? It seems to be things are really coming to
LA. I have a social equity huddle in Oakland.
So, by the way, we're here at MJ BizCon in Las Vegas.
Yes, we
House
are.
of Jane, Women Wednesday. We had a great time last night. Thank you for joining us. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to use Oakland because they're a little more established in the social equity world there. But what I see a problem in Oakland is once that
I like how you steered clear of Los Angeles. This is good.
Well, because Los Angeles hasn't really gotten up and rolling.
Oakland
is up and moving and rolling, and I've got some examples of that here. Okay. But I think the city has got to participate continuously. There has to be a social equity manager who is willing to really fight for the rights of individuals in this program. That's what needs to happen. I think what happens is that once people get their licensing, the city kind of washes their hands, and they can't because the predatory practices continue. Because again, some of these partners don't want to do what they're obligated under the ordinance or the contract to do because they feel, okay, now I have the license, I don't need you anymore. Because again, the intention is, and that's it. The recourse is litigation, but who has money sometimes for litigation? Yep. One tip you need to put in all of your contracts, I always do a mandatory arbitration clause. Okay. Because if you don't have money for litigation, you're going to have a couple of $100, a couple of thousands to arbitrate these things. And if you put this mandatory arbitration clause, that's really going to help you out as a small entrepreneur in this space.
Okay, that's important, noting that.
Yeah, but I really just see the city has to continue because we're now in Oakland with the huddle that I'm working with, really taking this fight, not to social media, but to the media in general, to let them know this is what's continuing out here. We really need the city to step in and say, you are going to partner with our social equity people as you contracted to do, as the ordinance says you're supposed to do.
This isn't a hands-off area. We want involvement.
Yeah, I see the reality is sometimes people feel powerless. They feel like women experience this, that we always have to prove, and especially I can say for myself as a woman of color, I always feel I have to be 1,000% better than the average white male attorney. And why is that? because I have a good legacy. I know I went to a great law school. I know I did great work, but it's this always having to prove yourself. I let that go this year. I am who I am. I know who the who the heck I am and what I'm a good damn attorney. And I feel confident in that. But imagine if you don't, because you've never been in this arena before.
Or because you've been incarcerated.
Yes!
Been victimized by injustice.
Absolutely.
And been through this process of feeling like you're not going to live your best life.
Absolutely.
And now you're supposed to turn around and be empowered and say, I'm gonna look at the law and use it to my,
You've got it.
But how would they have known about this clause, right? So
Absolutely.
This is really vital for all of us to stand up for ourselves.
You have to. And especially when you're against what you perceive as knowledgeable business owners, and they're not, but they just play that confidence card that they are knowledgeable, and you're sitting, oh my God, this is an opportunity for me to help my family. I shouldn't say anything because how about if they pull out the money? You have got to. What I try to do also with my clients is empower them, because you have to be empowered in any business. You're going to, there's going to be some things that don't go your way, but you have to stand up for yourself. And that's the part of the huddle that I work with in Oakland. I'm so proud of my clients there, because they're really standing up.
We're looking at a class action lawsuit potentially.
Well, yeah, we are potentially, because there's a couple of people that are upset. We're trying to work with city government to have them. We're trying to get the word out to social equity groups and social equity businesses, or just businesses of color, that look, unless you really partner with the correct people, this can happen to you too.